Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing swatches with you from the April release from the Don Deeva. These are available right now, so in the description box below I will link the Don Deeva site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I'll link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. I didn't count, but I believe we have 11 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have PP Burns, and this is described as a gorgeous sea of unicorn pea that has the prettiest, daintiest matte pink glitters in various sizes. So here's our first coat of PP Burns. This one is pretty sheer on the first coat. I am going to build this up in 3 coats, but I think I would personally wear it at 2. Super shifty on the nails, a beautiful formula to work with. These pink glitters are absolutely gorgeous. You are going to want top coat. It is going to dry textured because of these glitters, and it'll also be more difficult to remove. So there is 3 coats. Up next we have Peppermint Petty, and this is described as a gorgeous polish that starts with a red to copper to blue shimmer and then added a heavy helping of various size powder blue hex glitters. Here's our first coat of Peppermint Petty, and this has the same formula as the last polish that we looked at. Very smooth, easy to work with, shifty on the nails. A ton of glitter comes out and they spread out easily and evenly, but look at how stunning this is on the nails. I love how this blue glitter pops against this base. Again, you are going to want top coat. It is going to dry textured and removal will be hard, so there is 3 coats. Next up we have Snoop'pee, and this is described as a delicate, soft powder blue with flecks of turquoise running alongside mounds of pea. Here's our first coat of Snoop'pee. This one is a little sheer on this first coat, but again, shifty on the nails. These little blue flecks that are in here come out nicely without any like swirling or fishing, but they don't come out in an abundance. It's more of like an accent deal, and I think it's beautiful and dainty. Opaque in 3 coats. This will dry smooth but dull, so I'd still say top coat, and removal is easy, so there's 3 coats. Up next we have Lie Nuts, and this is described as a mix of various baby green hexes in a bed of red to green unicorn pea pigment. Here's our first coat of Lie Nuts. For this one, I'm just going to do 2 coats. I felt like that was okay, but depending on your application and preferences, you might want to do 3. Again, I love how this green glitter pops against this base color. You will want top coat. It is going to be textured, and removal will take some elbow grease. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Woody Stock, and this is described as a shifty blue shimmer with orange and yellow hexes and various neon micro glitters. There's also a scattered hollow in this as well. So here's our first coat of Woody Stock. I'm going to show you what this is going to be looking like built up in 3 coats, but then I'm also going to layer it over a navy blue cream. A good formula, easy to use, easy to work with. I didn't get a ton of these circle glitters out, but I also didn't fish for them. I didn't hold the bottle upside down. This is just kind of what came out in what way. You will want top coat for this. It is going to dry both dull and textured, and it is going to take some scrubbing to remove. This is one that you could also sponge on for a fuller opacity. For this nail, as the topper, I did do a little bit of swirling to get some of this glitter out, and then a little bit of glitter placement and manipulation to get them to spread out evenly. So there's 1 coat. Up next we have Chardi B, and this is described as a yellow to colorless thermal full of yellow to copper flakes and black hex glitters in various sizes among some black bar glitters. Here's our first coat of Chardi B. This one is a little sheer on this first coat. You'll see in between coats the transition effect of the thermal properties. You get a ton of flakes and a ton of glitter, and they spread out easily and evenly across the nail. This one is going to be built up for me in 3 coats. If you're not super picky, you might be able to get away with 2. I would recommend going in with top coat. It is going to dry textured, and removal is going to be difficult because there's a lot of glitter in this. But guess who found their hairdryer? I can do my thermal videos again, but there is 3 coats. Up next we have Lucy Van Peet, and this is described as a generous helping of red to green original unicorn pea pigment swimming in the sea of a stunning delicate lavender base. Here's our first coat of Lucy Van Peet. This one is pretty sheer on this first coat. It is going to build up well in 3 though. Again, a smooth, easy to work with formula. No running, pulling, staining on anything in this collection. With her sheer polishes like this, they'll kind of wash a color with the super shifty shimmers. They do have to be sheared out because that's how the shifty shimmer will stand out best in a base color. But I do prefer to wear them in 2 with a bit of visible nail line. But there is 2 coats. Next up we have Badcall Benny, and this is described as a gorgeous eggplant colored base with an amazing copper to red to green magnetic shift. Here's our first coat of Badcall Benny. This one is pretty sheer on this first coat. With my magnetics, I do like to have my base color built up entirely before I hit it with a magnet. That way, when it pulls pigment from other parts of the nail, I don't have any bald spots. So I am going to do 3 coats of this one. Also, every time I use these magnets, I got them from Amazon. I can link them in the description box below in case you were wondering where they're from. This one in particular that I'm using today is number 5. Again, you will want top coat and removal is easy. Next up we have Crybaby Boobie, and this is described as a creamy blend of red to green unicorn pea with various sizes of pink neon hex glitters. Here's our first coat of Crybaby Boobie. This one has the same formula that these shifty shimmer mixed with the neon or brighter glitters has. Very smooth, lays evenly and easily across the nail. It is going to dry textured though, so I would recommend going in with a nice thick glitter eating glossy top coat. Don Deeva does sell one if you are interested, and removal is going to be difficult. So there is 3 coats. Next up we have Tapioca Puddin, and this is described as a beautiful blackened raspberry shade with the heaviest supply of a blue shifty shimmer. Here's our first coat of Tapioca Puddin. This one is on the sheer side. I'm going to build it up in 3 coats today. Depending on your application, if you go in a little bit thicker, you might be able to get away with 2, but I was still a little uneven on 2, and to match the color in the bottle, I did go in for 3. This is going to dry dull but smooth, so I would recommend top coat just to give a little life to your manicure, and it'll also help keep your manicure lasting, and removal on this one will be easy. So there is 3 coats. Up next we have Marcie, and this is described as a gorgeous violet base full of the shiftiest blue shimmer as well as copper to red to gold flakes. Here is our first coat of Marcie. This one is chock full of these flakes. So as you may have saw at the beginning of this first coat, you do have to be careful around your nail line because some of them are larger. They can make for an uneven application, but it is easy to manipulate. I got opacity in 2 coats. You'll want top coat, and removal is easy. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Pig Pen, and this is described as a little bit of everything. It says there's 3 different original unicorn pea sisters, there's 3 different bar glitters, hexes, flakes, hollow, and actually too much to name is what the description says. And here's our first coat of Pig Pen. This one is pretty sheer on the first coat. In order to be able to see all of the elements, you couldn't have too opaque of a base, or else you would lose the bright vibrancy of everything that's in here. So I am going to build this one up in 3 coats today. This is totally a kitchen sink polish, so fun, so party worthy. You will want top coat. It is going to dry dull and textured, and removal is definitely going to take some scrubbing. So there is 3 coats. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.